Hello, guys. Welcome. It's Wednesday. That means fun in the lab day. It happens to also be Canada Day. So yes, any Canadians out there, the true north, strong and free, that is right. Problem is, I don't know for any of you other guys who grew up in Canada, but when we learned the national anthem, we had to do the bilingual version with the English and the French, and it kind of screws you up because now when you try to sing it, you kind of forget the second verse because you know it in French better than you do in English. So yeah, you know, Canadian problems, I guess we could call that. It is hotter than in here, that's for damn sure. But that's okay. You know what's a great cure for extreme heat is turning on a 650 degree soldering iron. That will cure all your problems. So this is the thing we've been working on. We've been working on the Lotso Pots board, and so this board I designed because I want a simple test board for when I'm doing like MIDI controllers and stuff, so that I don't have to keep building up multiplexer circuits and, you know, hooking up a million little pots on breadboards, which never works because they're loose and they give you bad readings, and it's just a friggin' mess. So we came up with this. So this has got what? How many pots? Lots. 64, I believe, pots on one board with 4 multiplexers, and they all break out to this top. So you just can connect jumper wires. We'll solder some headers along this area, and then you can just use those jumper wires to kind of jump them to your whatever you're working on, and you never have to build goddamn multiplex pot circuits again. It's supposed to look like that. So I just got these in the mail, and we're gonna see what they actually look like and how close we came to our vision. But here it is, guys. Oh yes, this is always it's like Christmas. Oh, very nice, very sexy. Look at that. All right, here it is. That looks kind of like what we expected. Look at that. That's what we expected. And this is what we got. Amazing how that works. Now, the coolest part of this is you notice the surface mount components, the multiplexers, are already installed. All right, so there it is. Look at that. That is crazy precise. That's creepy. Now let's get off that view. There we go. Perfect. So here's the fun part. When you design a board, you don't know, like, it looks good, but does it work? That's the big question. And that's what we got to answer. And the only way to answer that is to build one and see what happens. So we've got, if you're going to build a Lotso Pots board, first thing you need is lots of pots. And oh man, that's a lots of pots. Are we taking bets on the number of botch wires? That's of course not. I don't make mistakes. That's impossible. There you go. Well, you can get some. Didn't Atari 2600 have a math game that you could play? That, you know, I don't know how the hell you would input the numbers, but it was like. So I remember getting the Atari 2600 catalog, and there was some weird games in there that like I knew I would never try, but they looked interesting. Like they had the basic programming cartridge. I don't know how the hell that worked on an Atari 2600, but apparently you could program BASIC. I've always wanted to try that because I can't fathom how that works. How good was Atari with their box art? Like, look at that. Like, that looks like the most exciting goddamn thing on the planet. Imagine if that was your introduction to programming. Like, you would be like, oh, this is way too hard for me. Oh, Now we start trying to find stuff. I love losing stuff. It's the best. All right, I got this stuff. This is really thick. I want to use that. There it is. On the floor where I left it. What I want to do is I want to do a couple of things on this and then test it. So like, I don't want to like waste 64 pots on this thing if it's not going to work. Oh, shoot. What are the chances I'm going to find that? Oh, there it is. Found it. Cool. I hate when my headers go in crooked. Don't you? Everybody hates that. No one likes their headers askew. Okay, so one of the features I did is for bank C here, I have a breakout row where I can address each individual pot, because I may not need a whole bank. I may not need a multiplexered bank. I may just need one or two for an experiment. So you can actually use bank C as individual pots if you want to. See, thinking ahead. Was that just sitting at home in bed with your gorgeous wife pouring here on the tundra? Nice. Sounds like a good day. I hope I'm not ruining the mood for you guys. Was that you have a poop ton of soldering to do on your pedal board? Nice. Poop ton is an actual Canadian measurement. It's metric. Gorgeous wife says hi, Dave. Well, hello. There you go. I loved making pedal boards. I think like guitarists, like pedal board making is the closest we have to a Jedi making their own lightsaber. Look at these adorable little pots. They're like little tiny, these are like 15 millimeter, which I guess you measure from the base of the pot. I always thought the measurement was the shaft length. Excuse me? What kind of stream is this? But if you measure the shaft, it's not 15 millimeters. It's from the base, from where it sits on the board to the tip. Oh God, this is sounding worse and worse. Tell us more about shaft lengths, Mr. Dave. Well, that's the thing. You always measure from the base. That's, you don't want to shortchange yourself, right? So, pro tip. And don't take your circuit board swimming, 10 minutes before you measure it. You may think things are not all they should be when they are all they could be and more. What was I doing? All right, I was getting header wires. So these are what you want. So the ones with the male ends on one end and then the female ends on the other end. They look like Doug Henning's suspenders. Does everybody know who Doug Henning is? He was great. He was a great magician. Like, very exciting guy. Epic mustache dude, yes. Now, what we can do is I can take another cable. I feel like Doug Henning all of a sudden. Now we take another cable and we route it here. Magic. It's a world of wonder and illusion. And then we can take it to one of our analog inputs. You see, just wire it. Anything's possible in a world of magic and electronics. All right, so we take port 0 and we put it to A0 on our board. And watch, something amazing is going to happen. That Arch, you're still amazed that Gallagher made a career of smashing watermelons. That is true. I'm just amazed that people showed up. Like, what do you want to do today for your anniversary, honey? I don't know. Well, I know this guy. We sit in the front row and he takes a sledgehammer to watermelons and you just get totally doused in watermelon juice. Oh, it's a great time. Okay, so there we go. We go to serial monitor 0, turn it. 1023, full range. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. Was that Zippy Kid? I'd rather have a refreshing alcoholic beverage. There you go. A refreshing. Zippy Kid likes what do you call it? Smirnoff ices, which to me tastes like you're like drinking like kind of frozen pancake syrup. All right, so there's the one bank done, and then we can try some multiplexing. Ah, this board's getting some heft to it now. All all these pots are adding a little bit of girth to it. Okay, so we gotta test these. Everything's rock solid, which is the best. No more breadboards with the pots like shaking in and out and, you know, twisting out when you turn them. These are solid. But my favorite part of the States is like when you're traveling on the interstate and they have those stores which are always like fireworks and ninja supplies. In case like you're driving down the highway and you run out of throwing stars, you can always stock up, you know, it's very convenient. In 5, there we go. And that's it, man. That's 16 pots addressed. All right, so we do that. So, okay, I'm gonna have to do this properly. Okay, we need to build a MIDI interface. I'm just gonna turn this board off. All right, we'll take our 5 volts out of here. And that should be it. Commercial aircraft rated on-off button costs $600 each. Whoa! Well, I guess that's good. You know, I don't want my plane to be using like AliExpress like buttons, you know, that are like 10 for $6. All right, we're gonna try something a little funny here. Here is a MIDI monitor running on a separate computer. It should take whatever's coming in here and display it on here. So if I move a pot, oh, look at that. Or 7F down to 00. Oh, look at that. That is sexy. And look, they all work. So I went to New York and, you know, there's always all these stories like what driving in New York, it's crazy, right? Like you always hear that. So I'm driving up to New York and it's all fine. You know, I'm going through the, you know, the, what do you call it? Upstate New York, the lovely cottage country. And it's beautiful, beautiful drive. Wonderful. And I'm like, you know, and then I start driving into some city and I'm like, oh, this doesn't seem too bad. You know, I go through the tunnel and I finally get into Manhattan. As soon as I get out of the tunnel, first thing that happens, you get to a stoplight, right? There's a bus in the middle of the intersection. So you can't pull into the intersection because there's a bus kind of taking up the whole intersection. Like I did not want to go into the intersection and get caught, right? Because I think they will kill you if that happens. So I'm waiting behind the bus. The guy behind me is like laying on the horn, not just like beep beep. He's like, you know, just like laying on the horn. And then some guy on the sidewalk starts yelling at that guy. He's like, what are you honking for, you idiot? What the hell are you doing? And then that guy starts yelling at that guy and he's like, ah, shut up, get the hell out of here. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm in New York now. All right, let's thank some people and say our goodbyes. Had some really nice new people join today. There we go. There we go. Wait till we get to 1,000. Like I'm gonna have to take my pants off or something. We'll have to do something very special. Oh, that one caught some air. So that was cool. The lots of pots works, which is great. And just think, like, I'll never fiddle with pots on a breadboard again. I'm done. Those days are over. All right. You know, like you people used to say, "Where's Dave?" He's like fiddling with pots on a breadboard. They can't say that anymore. I'm done. I'm out of that world. I'm a new person. Everything you know about the old Dave, forget about it. It doesn't apply anymore. It's a new world. I'm so excited. An Amazon influencer page. So I'm an Amazon influencer. If you go down to, there's a thing in the bottom. It's my Amazon influencer page, right? And you can see all the gear I use. So if you saw something and you're like, what was that? I'd like to get one of those. Just go there, click the link, buy it. And at no charge to you, they'll send me like a couple of pennies, which is fantastic. And you don't have to buy just the stuff there. You can buy like whatever you need. Diaper, corn on the cob holders, toaster cleaners, baby wipes, whatever hell you want. Doesn't matter. They don't care. And we got Discord, a lovely Discord group. All these fun people, a lot of the people here are on it, and we share our projects, music, movies, old memes, whatever the hell, really. And we got Facebook if you care about that. I haven't checked my Facebook page in a while, and I should, because people are probably very angry. Probably like, I messaged you and you didn't reply, and you're a garbage person and I hate you. And it's like, you know, the one thing they don't prepare you for in the whole YouTube game is the amount of emails you'll get in ratio to your actual success, right? Because you think like, oh, you need to be super famous to get swamped by emails, but you don't. Apparently, you can just be very moderate channel and you will get swamped, and you can't answer, and then you feel like it because, you know, people are nice. They said you stuff, and you can't keep up. Like, you know, you go through all the emails. I'm ranting, but you go through all the emails, and then the next day you're like, you check, and there's like 30 new ones, and you're like, oh God, and each one's like a super technical question, and it takes forever. So I'm kind of way behind, and I feel very bad. So if anyone emailed me and I haven't got back to you, I apologize, but you know, I'm gonna have to do something about that. I don't know what to do. I'll see you guys very soon. Have yourselves a great Canada Day and America Day in a few days. All right, guys, take it easy.